Hello, I'm Tom Neiman. This is Inside the Summit League. News this week on a new athletic director at North Dakota State University. We have a story coming up on the Mighty Mavericks program at Nebraska-Omaha. Some student athletes getting involved with some special kids there. A basketball player at South Dakota State using her talent in art to help young hospital patients get through some tough times. And the highlights of the week, we will run you through the best efforts in men's and women's soccer, including another hat trick at IUPUI this week. But we start with a brand new home for the Summit League Basketball Championships. The tournament will move in March to the Denny Sanford Premier Center in Sioux Falls, and this place is pretty sweet. Basketball fans and concert goers and curious residents all got a look this week at the newest entertainment and sports facility in the Midwest. Summit League Senior Associate Commissioner Mindy K. Larson is one who came away impressed with what the new building will offer.
I'm really excited to plan it all out and figure out where we're going to host things. And like I was saying, I just think the new stage for the student athletes and being able to showcase their talents in such a beautiful building and all the new technology and everything, I really think it's bringing our tournament into a new century, and I'm really excited to get it all planned out, and I'm really excited for our student athletes to see the building.
The Denny, or the PC, or whatever it's going to be known as in casual conversation, is $115 million worth of comfortable seats and plentiful food vendors and lots of bathrooms. Everything fans want when they go to a game.
I think the biggest thing they're going to notice when they walk in the door is that it's a comfortable, attractive building. I mean, it's not like some buildings where you'll walk into the bathroom and there's a trough and a big tub on the wall essentially for a sink. We have very nice amenities. They'll notice the clubs. We have two public clubs and one private club, so people can have a bit of a different experience, and then they'll notice the intimacy. Even though it's a large building, and it's much bigger compared to the old arena, compared to a lot of facilities out there, ours has a much more intimate feel. And they'll notice the quality, everything from lighting to sound to just the general appearance.
Sioux Falls Mayor Mike Huther was a driving force behind the construction of the new venue, and he got downright emotional during the grand opening ceremonies.
It is indeed a great time to be a citizen of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Hey, Sioux Falls, let's cut us a ribbon and celebrate our new event center.
The building will be home to a USHL junior hockey team and an IFL indoor football team. And next March, it will host the Summit League basketball tournament for the first time.
Never did I imagine that we had a 12,000 seat arena back then, and it'd be state of the art, as good as any in the country. And I've been in Division I athletics 30 years. So I've traveled into arenas all across this country, and I can tell you this is as good as it gets.
And not lost in all of the new construction is the idea of student-athlete welfare, giving the teams and the players the best experience possible.
Absolutely, and also part of student-athlete welfare is giving them fans to play in front of, and that's what's been great about Sioux Falls, is that they're not playing in an empty arena. There are people that are coming out to see them play and see their talents, and so impressed with just the general fan knowledge here. I mean, South Dakota State, USD, the people who are close, North Dakota State, they're coming out to watch IUPUI and IPFW, and they're just excited about the league in general. And that's so crucial for our student athletes, to just have people get to see all their hard work come to fruition.
Well, the opening of the Premier Center coincides with the opening of a new indoor track and field facility just up the road from Sioux Falls in Brookings, South Dakota. This is the Sanford Jackrabbit Athletic Complex, the SJAC for short, and they are sealing up the track and putting on the finishing touches and getting ready for a grand opening in mid-October. It has a football field in there as well as athletic training facilities. It also has a 300-meter track and seating for 1,000 spectators. And when it's done, the Jackrabbits will be able to host an indoor track and field meet for the first time in 30 years.
At least 160,000 square feet, and that really means nothing other than, for us as a track program, we finally have a home and an ability for our student athletes to train all in one place in a facility that is really second to none in the upper Midwest. I mean, largely we've been on the road since 1984, and what does that mean in terms of, hey, you don't have to get up on a Saturday morning go up to Fargo or go down to Vermilion and wait around 4 or 5 hours for your event. You're sitting in your dorm room or your apartment, able to come over a few hours before, hour or 2 hours before your competition. Is that going to be worth 1 or 2% better in your performance? It may or may not, but I think there's a much better chance of that happening than it would be if you're, again, sitting on a bus and sitting around all day in a foreign building.
Well, in the meantime, before the indoor season starts, DeHaven and the Jacks have cross-country season. SDSU runs this weekend at the GRIAC Invitational in Minneapolis. Up next, the story on a documentary film featuring the South Dakota State men's basketball team as they serve on a trip of hope to Haiti, and a program in Omaha with some Mighty Maverick athletes getting involved in their community.
Inside the Summit League on Midco Sports Network is presented by Grand Falls Casino and Golf Resort and Dakota Land Honda. Inside the Summit League on Midco Sports Network is presented by Sanford Health and your Heartland Chevy dealers.
Welcome back. Part of the college experience for a Summit League student athlete is getting out, getting involved, and giving a little back to the people that support them. At the University of Nebraska-Omaha, they have a program called Mighty Mavericks. UNO partners up with United Cerebral Palsy of Nebraska and the Children's Respite Care Center in Omaha. They set up a program for kids with special needs and their families. It's a time to hang out and play games and have fun with the Maverick players.
I'm Maddie Robson and I play on the basketball team. Today we're just volunteering for Mighty Mavericks, which special needs kids come in and we just play different games with them and stuff, and it's just really awesome for all of us athletes just to be able to give back to the community, and all these kids just come in and they're so excited to meet us and to play a couple games with us, and it's really just it makes you realize how fortunate we are, so we just really like to give back and help out with them, so it's just a really good time.
My name is Jake White. I play for the men's basketball team, and we're here today with Mighty Mavs. It's an exciting time. I really enjoy connecting with these people in the community, and I have a special needs sister, so I know how much these events mean to them and how exciting it can be, and really glad to give back to the community.
Well, there is good work being done in Omaha and all across the Summit League at South Dakota State University. It was a trip to Haiti in 2013. The Jackrabbit men's basketball team was there to serve in association with groups like Samaritan's Feet and Feed the Hunger, and the whole experience was made into a documentary film called Soul Reconciliation, produced and directed by the Fishback brothers from Brookings.
But it's well done. I like the fact that they interviewed a lot of people and just talked about just what they experienced, the emotions of it, more than just the film and just watch us and see what we're doing. The interviews, I think, are the best part of it.
Basically what we wanted to do was share the story of the SDSU basketball team's trip to Haiti and the mission that they were going on, serving the people and the children of Haiti.
Nagu runs a great team. These are great individuals. We've had a chance to meet them in real life too, and not just on the video screen. And they're well put together. It's impressive.
I think that something that we all can learn from the film is that it's important to help those near and far, and the players and coaches from South Dakota State exemplified that with their mission to Haiti.
Well, the players are the ones that started it and asked about it, and we organized it through Samaritan's Feet. But it was to, we had a lot of shoe distributions that we did, so we were able to visit orphanages and grade schools and wash little children's feet, put new shoes on them. We were able to take food to orphanages, and we just basically spent a week there just serving the people of Haiti.
Well, the movie is being shown this week in Brookings at the Fine Arts Center. You can also find it online right now. Just search for Soul Reconciliation. Well, after the break, another story of service. A Summit League basketball player using her talent in art to help young hospital patients get through tough times. It is our Campus Spotlight coming up next.
Inside the Summit League on Midco Sports Network is presented by Grand Falls Casino and Golf Resort and Dakota Land Honda. Inside the Summit League on Midco Sports Network is presented by Sanford Health and your Heartland Chevy dealers.
Well, each week we will go around the league and bring you a story put together by one of our member schools. We call it the Campus Spotlight. And this week, Tyler Merriam has a great story from Brookings on a South Dakota State athlete with a talent for art and a heart for helping others.
This is the Megan Stuart everyone is familiar with, a 6'2" senior forward from Roseville, Minnesota. But there's more to Stuart than basketball, a lot more. Stuart has a double major, biology and pre-medicine, but it's her love for art that has helped her make a difference. It's a talent that she did not discover until her junior year of high school.
It was kind of funny because I had a choice between physics and art class, and physics would have helped with my biology degree, like kind of preparing me for it, and it probably would have been a better choice. But looking back, I'm so glad I chose the art classes because I had a great art teacher. I just learned a lot from him, and he really sparked my passion a lot.
She puts her talents to good use, finding ways to make a positive impact both on campus and throughout the region.
The reactions that my art can have for people, I think, is just really special, and that's why I do it. That's why, I love art, because it can help put a smile on other people's faces.
Through her art classes, she received an email about a unique internship, a life-changing opportunity combining her talents and interests.
I got the Sanford Arts one and I got so excited. I called my mom right away and I said, this is it. This is exactly what I've been waiting for. I have to do this.
What I've seen with her is a natural kind of ability to work with people. Her enthusiasm for the art and for the work has allowed her to work with kind of anybody. So you saw that she worked well in children's, she works well with adults, and it's because she understands how beneficial the art is.
We've taught little kids how to mix colors, and that experience in itself is really cool to see their eyes they just get so excited when they see orange come from red and yellow. A lot of it is trying to find little things that would make them smile. Like for a little girl, you pick something with glitter, and that would just make them open up. Or you ask them what their favorite color is, and they get really excited about pink.
Stuart has literally traveled around the world to showcase her art, but the most important piece she ever did was during her time at Sanford over the summer. A 4-year-old girl named Alexis was diagnosed with an inoperable brain tumor. She was understandably nervous going through test after test. So Stuart painted a mask of her favorite Disney character, Elsa, from the movie Frozen, which gave Alexis strength during her difficult time.
It makes what she's going through a little less terrifying because she loves Elsa and it's her hero. And we've done other masks like that before. I haven't, but where they've done Superman or they've done Iron Man for little boys, and I think that's huge.
She started seeing the mask on and that she was being a superhero. She was more excited. Had to show everybody that came.
When Alexis saw it, all of the rad techs said that her face just lit up, and at that point, then that they kind of forget about what they're about to do because they think they're Elsa or they think they're a Marvel hero.
But Stuart also works on projects for her friends and family.
I just really, really like to paint and to see the reactions of people. And I've done a lot of portraits for people. I did my basketball coach's son.
It just grabbed you because it looks so much like Dylan. It has the facial expressions that he would have. He's just a happy-go-lucky, smiling little boy, and Megan really captured it in a really neat painting. So it was just a little bit of an overwhelming experience. I think somebody would take the time to do that for our family.
And Stuart says her internship at the Sanford Children's Hospital reaffirmed her desire to work in medicine after she graduates.
Being in the healthcare setting here has really inspired me even more to try and go on to that challenge of med school, and I really would love to do that. After working in this awesome children's hospital, pediatrics is just something I really, really want to look into.
Thanks to Tyler Merriam. Thank you to Megan Stuart for that story. And when we come back, the highlights of the week, including an incredible performance by a Jaguar soccer player at IUPUI.
Inside the Summit League on Midco Sports Network is presented by Grand Falls Casino and Golf Resort and Dakota Land Honda. Inside the Summit League on Midco Sports Network is presented by Sanford Health and your Heartland Chevy dealers.
Welcome back. You can find all these scores from soccer and volleyball at the bottom of the screen each week. Here are some of the highlights from this week that go with the scores. Start with men's soccer, and Western Illinois blasting away against Western Michigan on Sunday afternoon. Fernando Pacheco to Austin Gochner for the first of 3 Leatherneck goals in the match. Mario Alvarez, the player of the week this week, gets the next 2, and Western gets the 3-0 win over Western Michigan.
Today we created it and we finished it, so real pleased with the combination play that our midfield and forwards put together today, and they finished it off. And second half was a little different story, but the first half was really well played by our group.
In Indianapolis, IUPUI takes down Northern Kentucky. Uriel Macias on a header off a long throw, second goal of the season for Macias. And the Jaguars win this one 2-0 after the freshman gets them going early in the match.
It gave us a momentum to get the second one. We were playing great, and we just needed that goal to keep us going.
IUPUI's men's match was part of a doubleheader with the Jaguar women, and they were facing Indiana State. Indiana State scores the first 3 goals. It's 3-0 Sycamores 51 minutes into the match. And then Tori Minnick goes nuts for IUPUI. First, on a free kick, Minnick, working in a crowd, heads that in to make it a 3-1 match. And then, picking up a loose ball in the box, it is Minnick again. Back-to-back goals in under 4 minutes by her to make it a 3-2 match. Indiana State still in the lead, but in the 63rd minute. This looks familiar, and Minnick does it again. Her 3rd of the match, her 5th goal of the season, as the Jags come from 3 goals down to earn a 3-3 tie.
It feels great. We battled the whole game. I think, and it was just a tie, but overall we proved to ourselves that we can fight back, and we can score the goals, and we can create the opportunities. And overall, it just gives us a lot of confidence going into conference.
Well, in Omaha, a tough luck loss over the weekend for the Maverick women against Creighton. Kyla Booker puts Omaha in the lead in the 23rd minute. First goal of the season for Booker. But Creighton comes back very late. They tie the match in the 89th minute, and the Jays win it in overtime 2-1.
I think we did really well. I think that we outpossessed them the whole time, most of the time. I think we outshot them. I think we were the better team, but we just didn't come out on top this time.
Creighton goes to 8-1 on the season, by the way, with that win. Kind of the same story in Macomb, with Western Illinois hosting Wisconsin Green Bay. And look at this goal by Leatherneck junior Skylar Jessup. Controlling, in control, and then boom. And a great reaction afterwards. They list the goal as individual effort on the score sheet. Exactly, first goal of the year for Jessup. And Western had the lead in the match, but Green Bay would tie it at 1, and then there was this exchange late in the match, just trying to touch it back to the keeper, and it comes off a little bit hard, and that is a tough way to lose a match. 2-1 Green Bay is the final.
To lose on an error like that is very difficult to swallow. And then you look at the chances we created, loads of chances. We probably we had what looked like 3, 4, maybe 6 breakaways. And then you look at those chances and go, if you convert them, it's a very different game. But from an effort standpoint and from a giving everything to the game, I thought we gave everything.
And in Vermilion, South Dakota rolls over North Dakota. Rebecca Sparkman, her 4th goal of the season to get the Coyotes going in the 4th minute of the match. Taylor Navala scores once in the first half, once in the second. She has 8 goals right now. That leads the league, and the Yotes beat North Dakota in this one 5-1. South Dakota is averaging better than 3 goals per game right now, and that is more than a goal per game better than anybody else in the league.
I mean, I actually would like our shooting percentage, scoring percentage to be higher than it is based on how many shots we're getting. But I think our ability to keep possession of the ball has led us to more scoring opportunities, and thankfully we've got a few girls who are finishing.
Summer League play in women's soccer gets started next week. News and notes coming up next, including the new AD at North Dakota State and the Player of the Week honors when we come back.
Inside the Summit League on Midco Sports Network is presented by Grand Falls Casino and Golf Resort and Dakota Land Honda. Inside the Summit League on Midco Sports Network is presented by Sanford Health and your Heartland Chevy dealers.
Welcome back. In this week's news and notes from the Summit League, North Dakota State has named a new director of athletics. Matt Larson takes over the Bison program on October 14th. He replaces Gene Taylor, who has moved on to the University of Iowa. Larson comes from Stony Brook University in New York. He's been the senior associate AD there for the last 19 years. Players of the week this week in volleyball. Bailey Karst from Denver. She had 63 assists in a match against San Francisco. She averaged more than 12 assists per set during the week. And on defense, Riley Hogg from South Dakota, double-digit digs in all 3 matches at the Creighton Classic. In men's soccer, Offensive Player of the Week, Mario Alvarez from Western Illinois, 2 goals in that win over Western Michigan. And Jake Christensen, the keeper from Omaha, has a shutout streak of 263 minutes right now. Women's soccer, Offensive Player of the Week, you saw Tori Minnick from IUPUI scored all 4 of the Jags' goals last week, those 3 against Indiana State. The hat trick against Indiana State, the second by a Jags player this season. Chrissy Kirchhoff had the other one a couple of weeks ago. And the Defensive Player of the Week is the keeper from Denver, Cassidy Ray. 5th time that she has been named Player of the Week. She had a shutout victory over San Francisco. And we will see you next week on Inside the Summit League.